Hi, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Heather.
And we're gonna take this ugly patio and turn it into something awesome. We're gonna utilize every space that we have on our quarter acre, and we're gonna create a kale garden.
And other things.
Check this out. What's that worm farm smell like, Max?
It smells amazing.
Worm farm smells pretty bad, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Miles, you gonna hurl?
Do it over there.
Worm farms are gross, but they're very good for your soil. So we're finding a lot of this, just tiles that have disintegrated in the soil. I bet that's gonna affect how our soil reacts and how we can grow stuff. So we're gonna have to use Heather's soil tester to check the soil. There's also, we found a black tarp underneath it, you know, that stuff you put underneath to kill the weeds. That didn't work, so it's time to replace this. I'm glad we're doing it. Completely disintegrated. Look at all this rock right here. All of these stepping posts have been completely disintegrated.
So what we have here are layers of paving stones and then a layer of sand, and then they put a layer of that black plastic down. Now the problem with the black plastic is it made it so it didn't drain. So all of these stones are just falling apart. They're like splitting in half and crumbling and falling apart.
So it's kind of good we're getting it out of here, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna start something in here that'll actually absorb water like a plant.
Which probably is part of our reason that we're having water in our basement, I bet.
Probably.
Because all of this water is just sitting here and it's not going anywhere. Jack, come here.
All right, so the amazing Going Batty clan, all of my awesome kids, my beautiful bride, they got all the rocks out of here. All of those stepping posts, they were disintegrated, they're nasty, they were all broken up.
It actually smelled like pond underneath all of this.
It actually smelled like pond underneath all of that, she said. So now, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna show you the tarp that they put under here to try to fight the weeds.
Mom, look up.
All right, so Jack was testing the soil and it is compacted and hard.
There's your root right there.
So this stuff is very compacted and we're gonna have to do something a little different, like grab a shovel and till it. This is the way they, look how compacted that is, you guys. That's, if we had a tiller, man, I sure would use it, but we don't have one. we might just have to get some soil too.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause there's a ton of roots, and not that we want to keep the roots per se, but they really did some damage when they put that tarp on the top of the soil. Made it really difficult for us to do anything with it.
There, you want me to get in there and
Here, let's have a look at it. Here.
clip the roots?
Yeah, we need some root cutting. So what we found is this going to be more than just a one-day job. This is actually going to be a process. This is going to be part one. We got all of the bricks taken out, and the majority of those bricks were deteriorated, and the fabric that they put down actually has probably created a little bit of a funnel, just taking water straight to our basement, because it pooled there and then it would overflow into our basement and just overflow there. So we've gotten all the big rocks pulled out of it. We're going to have, Max is smoothing it out right now, and what we're going to do is we're going to take topsoil from the store and kind of do it in sections. You know, as we can afford to buy it, we'll get topsoil, put it down, lay it down, and then we'll buy, you know, we'll start planting the kale that Heather already has started.
And then in the fall, we're going to take our compost from our compost pile that has sat for all year.
And our leaves.
And our, and our leaves, because that made fantastic mulch in our front yard.
Yep.
We'll just blow it all into here.
Yep.
And be ready for next year.
That's right. That's right. And so you're going to have to stay tuned, because we're not going to finish this project today, but we will show you the next step in what we do. And that's our neighbor's dogs barking right now because they love us. And we're
gnats.
Bugs everywhere. Ah, bugs everywhere.
So this is how soft the rocks were.
You just break apart in your hand.
You can like crush them to dust and stuff.